I'm going to start with number 10 this evening.
That's funny. Last night I was told they were starting with number 1, but this is how we play up here. Well, good evening, everyone. First, I just want to let you know we're having big issues with the trees in the 10th Ward. Some residents are waiting for trimmings or haven't reported them, and they're taking it upon themselves to cut down trees and trim them in front of their property. When there are trees located, I believe, maybe Director Dan can confirm, is it 6 feet from the curb? Director, yeah, I see him nodding his head through people. I don't know. Is that a yes?
He didn't hear you.
Oh.
Mr. Dan?
Well, is it 6 feet from the curb for city trees, approximately?
Each road has a different right-of-way. Most of the roads are 25 feet wide. What you do is you measure from the center line. Most roads have a right-of-way of 50 feet. You measure from the center line 25 feet toward the property. But I have to have a specific street to tell you the exact right-of-way.
Okay, thank you. Well, regardless, when there is an issue, I do call Public Works, and they will send the supervisor over there to check whether or not it's a city tree. But I need to reassure everyone that if you're taking, and in the 10th Ward, a lot of streets don't have curbs. Everyone pretty much keeps their property very, very nice there. So they take it upon themselves to trim these trees. We've had a lot of new residents, but I found a couple that were extremely unbalanced. And that's danger, not only to the resident, their property, it could be to children playing in the street. Please don't hesitate to call me if you need a tree trimmed. Last night the director told us we're getting down on our list as far as tree trims go, the tree trunks being removed. So please just call me if you need any of that done. And we'll be happy to trim the trees. They've been catching up that this will be able to be done soon. I understand if they're hanging over your home, but please don't take it upon yourself to cut down these huge branches. And most of the time I can hear the big chainsaws from my yard. That's why I caught the last one, and I really thought the tree, it wasn't dead, and now it has to be cut down because it's a danger. So also lawns. I've been getting a lot of complaints from residents. Their lawns have been a foot high or so. I understand, not say new. I understand we had a lot of rain, we had a lot of weather, but this really gets residents upset, and they do send me phone calls. Call me. Also, if it's an abandoned house, it's something different. There is a step I call Board of Health, and it's not like they can go it out to tomorrow because there's all the legal ways to do things, but please, I don't want anybody to get fines for their lawns being too long. Be respectful to your neighbors. I know it's a lot of hard work, but you know, it's how we keep our community and streets nice. I did have some complaints about School 9, the potholes, the curbs, the sidewalks. I just want all the residents to know that it has been a concern that I've been complaining about for years. I sent an email out 2 weeks ago to the department heads to let them know that we need these issues resolved around our school for the safety of the children, the residents, the drivers, the walking neighbors at nighttime with their puppies. We need to get our schools safe. We need the proper lineage, we need the potholes filled, and we need the curbs and sidewalks safe and not flooding. Tomorrow night, Councilman Medina and I will be having a community meeting. It is at 6:30 at 5-Star Daycare. I need to thank them because they are always very good to us and let us have that big, huge room for free. We have Denval Realty who will be donating all the pizzas and refreshments for the night. So it's at 6:30, so there will be pizza there. I've also made sure that we have microphone and a sound system tomorrow night because the room is big and we've had trouble in the past. I'm very grateful to our different departments. We're having like a Q&A tomorrow night. So we have Lieutenant Gunther coming on behalf of the police department. He is the director of Accident Committee and Traffic, so lots of questions I know to be asked there. We have Dave Martinez coming from Public Works. He will be answering all your questions. I know we've also had a few issues, like why, when there's street side parking, why can't I park on the street when they don't come clean my streets? So we're going to address that as well, and we'll get a list of what streets have been missed. We have Joe Kroback coming from Engineering. He can answer any of your engineering questions, infrastructure questions, and we also have Chief Dooley from the Fire Department coming as well. I want to thank them, and I look forward to them all being there tomorrow night, and that is, again, at 6:30 at Five-Star Daycare. On Saturday and Sunday, June 1st and June 2nd, we're having our annual 9th and 10th Ward yard sales. Anybody that wants to sign up can either email me, Dawn Beviano, Armando, send us a text. I'll also have tomorrow night for our wards sign-up sheets for anyone who wants to
Councilwoman.
sign up for the yard sale, and anyone that wants to, has any issues.
Councilwoman, please wrap this up, okay? Or ask for additional time.
Oh, goodness. And anyone that has issues with their, around their home that they want us to check on, we have a paper and follow up on. Congratulations to Public Works.
Councilwoman,
Again,
Please follow what we had agreed on in caucus. Please ask for additional time if you need it.
oh, can I have some additional
You
time?
could have another minute.
Thank you. Okay, I'll just get right to the nitty-gritty then, since I'm first and whatever. One thing I had a problem with yesterday, and I did call the police, and I'm only saying this because, you know, we want to play games up here. So, campaigning at schools. I've had several calls from parents and residents yesterday as they're dropping off their children that there are certain people from the governing body in the streets stopping the cars and handing out political literature. We have enough of issues.
Councilwoman, what does this have to do
We
with
have,
your committee?
this is part of my report. We have enough of issues with drop-offs and pickups at all of the schools. This is not a good example to set for our children. And I needed to let everyone know this. I called the police, and hopefully they will let the individual know. They were at McManus yesterday, they were at School One yesterday, and it's just, it's unacceptable. You know, I'm very frustrated over it, because it's this, everything about all this is extremely
Councilwoman.
hypocritical. And I can't even take the minutes to tell my residents everything that I need
Councilwoman, I
to say.
suggest you direct those questions to the Board of Education.
Well, no, I directed them to the police because it was an individual who was acting inappropriately and disorderly in the streets by our schools. It has nothing to do with the Board of Education. It's not their property.
Thank you for your comments.